Hi, everybody. Welcome back to this week's episode on the Wandering Hedge Witch podcast with me, the Wandering Hedge Witch. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, holy poop. The world is going through so much. Hello, Aquarius season. New moon in Aquarius just happened. Pluto's in Aquarius. We got some planets coming out of retrograde, planets going into retrograde. Oh my gosh, politically, emotionally, mentally, physically, there's just so much going on. I didn't even really prepare to talk today on this episode. I have missed a couple of weeks. It has been nuts. My daughter is going through a huge growth spurt. She is about to be 1 next month, and new mom vibes. I am definitely the hot mess mom. I was going to talk about cryptids and my love for cryptids and my love for mythical creatures and working with them. I had this whole plan for this episode, and then just with everything going on right now, I really wanted to take a moment and come on here and just not really talk about things going on politically, because we get enough of that, to be honest. I am kind of done watching hours and hours and hours of dramatic drama and fear-mongering and propaganda. I try to take everything with a grain of salt. I try to stay up with things going on in the world. And that is kind of what brought me to this episode, where when spiritual people and witches and people of empathetic natures, we can only handle so much anxiety and so much pain from other people, because we just kind of absorb things, that it is hard to do magic when you are this anxious. Now, I know anxiety is a part of life as far as just normal anxieties. I'm a new mom. Like I said, this is my first child. So I have mom anxieties. I have anxieties about my business being successful and, things like that kind of go with the territory of those topics. But what I'm talking about mainly is like a collective anxiety of what in the actual AF is going on with our planet, with our country, with people, and just so much pulling apart. And I really wanted to come on here and say, we need you. We need spiritual people. We need witches. We need, empaths. We need people to do their magic and keep going as much as possible. Don't lose hope. Don't lose your magic. Don't lose your power. Don't get downhearted. Don't let people tell you that it's not useful. It's not necessary. It is. It is very useful and it is very necessary. I am going through something like this in my household where my husband's very, very spiritually inclined, but he did not grow up in an atmosphere that was something that he nourished, I guess you could say. So he really is he's going slow into that spiritual realm, but he is very much focused on what is going on right now. And it is definitely a discussion that we have had where I tend to tune out a lot of stuff, and he thinks that I'm not paying attention or that I'm not worried enough, that I'm not anxious enough. But it's really just my way of keeping the calm, keeping the peace. There's only so much that I can do personally, that I cannot get worked up over stuff that I cannot control. When I do get into that realm of getting into the energy of not being able to keep up, not being able to do anything, I feel hopeless and worthless, and I don't want to go there. I'm sure you have similar things and complications going on in your world. Right now, a lot of people are afraid to speak up. A lot of people are afraid to really put their voice out there. And I just had a conversation with one of my really good friends. Amazing woman. We have another podcast together, and I absolutely adore her. We had this huge conversation about it, and we're going to dive in more on our podcast about this. But, you know, she was nervous about putting her stuff out there. And I was telling her that we need more people like her. Her gifts to this world are so needed right now. She is an amazing healer. She does Reiki and coaching and cards and yoga. I mean, she's just got a plethora of gifts and offerings to the world. And I say this to most of you on here, and if you follow my blog, if you follow me on Instagram, please put your stuff out there. Don't wait. Because at the end of the day, what is honestly the worst thing that can happen? You get your post taken down, you get some haterade, haters drinking the haterade, commenting on, you know, it is scary. I still have anxieties wrapped around being in front of the camera and not behind. I get it. I still have anxieties of saying the wrong thing or not having something of importance to say because I'm inarticulate when it comes to things that I'm passionate about. Still do it. It's so necessary. You have no idea who you're going to reach. If I'm reaching you right now, it's because you need to have somebody on your side, in your corner, and someone supporting you, saying you can do it, you can go for these things. That we need more healers, we need more light workers, we need more witches, we need more people that are hopeful and optimistic that this world can, I don't know. I mean, I started this podcast saying I wouldn't get political, but holy crap, y'all. I bless my neurodivergent husband's heart, but he has watched a lot of news, and he has watched a lot of people commenting on these news things. So we have watched a lot of news type videos in our household, and it will get to you. It definitely gets to me, because there are some days where I have to step outside and just woo-saw. And it doesn't mean that I don't care about what's going on. It doesn't mean that I'm not scared or not worried. But I can't keep putting that energy out there. It's, you know, I understand the power that I have and being a witch, and I have learned how powerful our voices are and how powerful our words are. You know, words are spells. When you sing a song, you are singing a spell into existence. When you are, which I am very bad about, talking smack, you are still putting that energy out there. So I am really trying hard not to take what I'm seeing on media, social media, you know, anything regarding the news, and I don't want to get in that fear-mongering trap, because what's going to happen is I'm very empathetic, and I will just keep reeling this information over and over and over again in my head, and I will keep thinking of things in existence. I will keep, well, then that means we have to do this and live in the Hunger Games and this, that, and the other. But what's happening is I'm projecting that anxiety and that fear into the universe and to my deities. What do you think is going to happen in my life? Fear, drama, pain. No, I don't need any more of that. There's enough of that going around. So when I say we need more of us out there to be those strong, silent fighters, those spiritual warriors, to stand up magically and putting out there protections, putting out there that this will get handled, putting out there that we won't go into a war, putting that out there that the nonsense and the fucking things, I will put an explicit on here, oh my goodness, will not putting those things into existence rather than the fear and the pain is essentially what I wanted to go for. Just checking my time on my dryer, y'all. You know that my podcast recordings are mostly in my car while doing laundry. This is the calmest, quietest place in my life right now is my car. And as much as I miss and love my husband and daughter and my dogs, it is so nice to just have a couple hours to record my podcast, sit in my car, and whew. So, I extend that to you. How about we all take a moment and we just take a really deep breath? Because I feel like right now a lot of us need a deep breath, a hug, $1 million, and 50 chicken nuggets. But we can give a breath. We can do a breath. We can, whoo. So, all right, on the count of 3, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. Yeah, that was needed. Man, oh man. But yeah, I will talk about cryptids and mythical creatures in my next episode. On a positive note, I know I've talked about this in previous episodes briefly, and I've talked about this on my blog and Instagram, but my husband and I are trying to move to Oregon. We are trying to sell our houses, and move across country. We've always wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest. We've always wanted to live in Colorado. We tried that. We did that. We love this state. But we were talking, and we've wanted to move to the Pacific Northwest, and we have decided that Oregon is the place for us. There's mountains, there's the ocean, there's trees. It literally has everything we love. The outdoors, rain. I miss the rain. And the place that we want to move to is one of the only spots in Oregon that has redwoods, and I absolutely am obsessed with redwood trees. And I loved that I could live close to the major parks and live in redwoods without being in California. Nothing wrong with California, but I never really wanted to be in California again. But anyway, as I was doing research for living in this town and moving, and, you know, it's something I do a lot of research, and I found out that one of my favorite cryptids is big there. I am a super fan of Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Harry from the Harry and Hendersons. Like, I love Bigfoot. And Oregon, excuse me. Sorry, horribly rude. But Oregon has Bigfoot festivals. It has the most Bigfoot sightings in the country. And they have Bigfoot museums out there. So I am super stoked. And there's also a lot of other cryptid and mythical creatures out there. I am a big believer in these, being a witch and being of paganistic beliefs. I know that these quote-unquote mythical creatures still exist or existed, and knowing humans, like, there were totally dragons, y'all. Let's just get it through our head. There were totally dragons. Probably stemmed a lot from dinosaurs, but who doesn't want to think of a dragon, right? I love dragons. But what do humans do when they're afraid of something? They go and they hunt them, they kill them, they put them on their wall, this, that, and the other. So I feel like a lot of the cryptids and a lot of the mythical creatures that I believe in, or that a lot of us believe in, used to exist or still exist, but they are not in this plane anymore. They are hiding. I'll get more into that in the next episode, like I said. But yeah, researching for Oregon, I am really, really excited to get back into some of my nerdy stuff. Like, it's giving me something to look forward to. not just like going out and exploring and hiking, but getting that witchy, like, inspiration back is something I am very excited about. With everything going on, I feel like we all could use a little boost. We could all use a little, this is why we're here, this is why we're doing this, because you have to remember, which this is another topic, but you have to remember we chose these lives. I fully believe in reincarnation. I fully believe in living multiple lives, and one of the things that I believe in is we choose the life before we live it. So when we're in that spiritual realm and we're looking and we look, oh, that life, there's a reason why I want that life. Yeah, you might go through some shit. You might go through some hard stuff. It might be hard with going through whatever you're going through right now to say, I did not choose this shit. Why would I choose this and not being a millionaire? Well, there's a reason. If my reason is I'm going to have, I'm going to have this daughter, right? I have my daughter, and say she is going to be a leader of sorts. Well, maybe that's why I chose this life. I chose to give birth to somebody that's going to inspire and help other people. Say that you were born into a life to write books, or you were born into a life that you led the way for others. Like, there's just so many things. Highly recommend the book series Celestian Prophecy and Celestian Vision. They talk a lot about this and a lot about choosing the lives that we live now. But yeah, that was about 20 minutes of babble. But I really just wanted to go on here and say thank you guys for following me. I do see that you're listening. I do see that you're following. I'm very grateful for that. This is a passion project of mine. I've always wanted a witchy podcast, a witchy business, and a witchy blog. And you guys inspire me to do this. Please let me know if you want me to talk about something specifically. If you're curious about something within witchcraft, I would love to talk about something that will help you on your journey. This episode, and I do throw some of these in there where I tend to get a little personal, or I let y'all know what's going on, or today is slightly gone a little political, but it's all because I want to be as transparent as possible. I never wanted to be that inspirational leader or motivational speaker that pretends that life is perfect. That, if we just manifest these into reality, life is perfect. Life's messy. It's always going to be messy. There are sometimes manifestations don't work, or they work in a different light. So my promise to everyone throughout this journey and experience is I will always be transparent. I will always be transparent if it inspires others to do something that they want to do. So go out there, spread your magic, spread your hope, spread your optimism, and no matter who they are, if somebody comes into your life and tries to rain on your parade, sage their shit out. But laundry's almost done. Thanks for stopping by. I love y'all bunches. Happy Sunday. Bye.